This is Planet FM 94, the world music for your city.
Yes, you are still tuned into Planet 94 with me, Ammar, and well, the time has come, and we have our celebrities on air with us as we've been telling you guys all about the band, and we have them live in person. So, hey guys, how are you today?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Well, first things first, that thank you so much for giving us time and being a part of our show, and you're being heard all over Pakistan. So, guys, how does that feel?
That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Hello, everyone.
That is perfect. So tell us, or the main question right now, first of all, is like, how do you pronounce your band? Because I've been going on with, Vestibule. Is that right?
It's Vestibule.
Vestibule. All right. I'm really sorry for that because we're Pakistan.
Fine. Yeah, that's good.
That is perfect.
Vestibule.
So what does it mean? And how did you guys come up with the band's name? And what's the whole concept? What's the story behind that?
Well, Vestibule is basically the room before the bigger room in most buildings. I guess for me, Vestibule is has a bigger meaning than that. It's like life for me. It's like the life before the next life. That's what it means for me. I guess for everyone else, though, it could mean anything they want.
All right, so that has very deep meaning for you, and so your music depicts the same as well. Because I've been listening to your music, and I think it's just fantastic. And Pakistan is in the transition phase right now, and they're coming out from the typical classical stuff into alt rock and everything. So your band's name and your lyrics and everything, they kind of fit properly together. So what's the thought process behind your songs, and how do you guys come up with the lyrics, and who writes them and each and everything?
Well, Greg and I both write the lyrics, and it's a process. It varies actually. Sometimes Greg will have a song ready, and he'll show it to me, and we'll work on it together, or I'll have a song and I'll show it to Greg. And what we do is we edit each other and slowly, craft the song, the lyrics especially, to their final form.
All right, that is perfect. So tell us, how did you guys come up with, the current band lineup? Because, as I was reading, that you guys, came up with a lot of, changing of a lot of guitars and basses and everything. So, how did you guys come together?
Go ahead, Greg. Tom.
Well, we met in high school. We all graduated from the same high school, and we took classes at the same community college. So, in school, we kind of, like Hector and I were in a jazz class together, and we just started playing music, and then kind of Cody and Adam came on board, and it just really clicked. Like, we tried a few other musicians, but none of them really worked out. So we kind of knew, like, the four of us had, something that was really cool.
So you guys, you had formal lessons for music, right? As you mentioned that you were in a jazz, in the group, learning jazz in school and in college and everything. So so you guys are properly, educated musicians, in other words.
Yeah, we all studied music. Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
All right, but
Cody, our bassist, he's still going to school right now for jazz composition in what school is he going?
The New School.
The New School in New York.
Wow, that is amazing. And so you guys jazz to alt rock and hints of jazz as well, but so what's the story behind? I don't get the whole link.
Well, all of us have various inspirations, I guess. And
they all just came together really well. Like all the different styles, we're all from different backgrounds musically, and when we combined like all four of them, I don't know, the music seemed to turn out all right. So we're just keeping going and crafting new songs.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I was heavy into the punk rock scene, and I'd say Sublime. Pennywise, Dropkick Murphys, I'm trying to think of other ones that I used to go to all the time. Bad Religion. All those bands were a huge influence for me growing up. I think that also has a lot to do with our sound. Even though you don't hear as much punk rock anymore, you do hear the edginess of it and the fast pace.
Exactly, and when it comes to mainstream these days, and the music which is kind of in right now or in the trend and everything. So like punk rock and rock, even metal and everything is kind of it's gone. The typical image of rock stars and everything is kind of laid back, right? And now it's more of electronic and trance and everything. So like a very basic question, like what happened? What's wrong with the world these days?
That's what I want to know. Honestly, it's just, I guess it's just the next progression. We have absolutely no problems with electro music. If anything, we're gonna eventually incorporate some electronica, some beat machines and stuff like that into our music. But we want to do it very seamlessly. And try not to. We're trying to blur the lines between different genres, like we did with this album. We really try to blend in some jazz with some metal and some rock without it actually being completely obvious.
Exactly, it's more like a fusion of different genres, and you guys are combining it together.
Yeah, and I think that's how it all happens. Is it's just. That's how everything changed over to the electronica scene, because that was just the next progression. But I feel like everything is coming full circle again. It sounds like it. I could hear it. Even in pop music, the old school is coming back.
All right. So, in a way that you mean riff making or something?
Yeah. Just the sounds in general. I think we reached like a peak, musically with the electronica music. I mean, we're peaking out. I think.
Exactly, it's more like the
as
trend.
a musical society.
Yeah,
and I think that it has to go somewhere else now.
Exactly, and I guess I'm keeping my fingers crossed it comes back towards rock and metal, because I'm a metalhead, so you guys can very well imagine that.
That's awesome, bro.
So are we. We love metal.
All right, perfect. So what do you guys listen to regarding metal, and what are your? Because I can feel some metal influences in your music. So what do you guys listen to?
I don't know. I love all kinds of metal, from metalcore all the way to like extreme metal and stuff. So I don't know, the spectrum of bands that we're influenced by is like pretty wide, I think.
That is great. So tell us about your band, and what is, as you guys released the the debut album in 2011, and so what is what was the feedback from the crowd, and when you guys play, and what's the whole let's say the feedback from the people that you're getting?
It's all great feedback. We were pleasantly surprised, to say the least. We're nervous because we knew that our sound was different, and that we're pushing some boundaries with it, and we were all a little bit nervous at first, but we had to stay true to what's inside of us. We had to really be honest with our music, and so we released it exactly without trying to fit any kind of format. And it took about a year or so before it started getting notable attention. And when it did start getting attention, it was all basically good. It went from good to really good, or to just people saying that it sounds very different.
All right, that is great. So, when you guys were coming up with the album, and as you guys were new musicians and you guys were new in the scene and everything, so what were the the let's say the problems that you guys face, and the people know that what if some person is picking up the guitar for the very first time, so he or she has an idea what they're getting themselves into. So you guys made the first album, you guys came together in 2008, and you guys launched the first album in 2011. So what were the problems that you guys faced, and the record labels maybe, or getting them recorded or something?
Yeah, we've done everything independently, so we really haven't had to deal with record labels. We all, we did everything ourselves, and we borrowed money to record it. So I guess really it's just been trying to get the album out there and get exposure in the music scene, because there's a lot of rappers and stuff, and artists like Justin Bieber who are they're kind of playing a different kind of music. So sometimes it's hard for a rock band to get out there and shine in the music industry.
Yeah, it takes what it is just to keep going and don't listen to what anyone has to say. Basically, well, I guess it's important to listen to what people have to say, but a lot of people generally tell you that it's really hard and that you'll never make it, and you don't listen to those things. You keep practicing. You keep writing, and it's a lot of work. That's one thing. When kids first pick up a guitar, they play it because they love to play it, and that's the main thing you got to remember, is that you're doing it because you love it, not because not because you want to make money and because you want to get famous. You do it because of a passion, and if you're passionate about it, then you just keep going and you don't let anyone stop you.
Those are very wise words. And how about this, that we play the first track off your album, and so, the people have an idea, what your music is all about. And of course, we have been playing this for the last week and everything. And
nice.
Right now we are going to, we have you guys live. And so tell us about the story of Ashtray. How did you guys conceive this track, and, what's it all about?
Go ahead, Gregor.
Well, I guess it's kind of just about letting go about beliefs that might be limiting you in life, and freeing your mind. So it's really just letting go of attachment and just kind of enjoying life.
Perfect.
Yeah, and about going forward, and that's really what the last question you asked. That's what Astray is about. Is about the first lyrics are pick up the pace and release your mind. Don't wander off of your path in life. Don't let things distract you, and go full speed ahead.
Wow, those are very inspiring words, and I guess success comes when you throw away all the limitations and just focus towards your goals and everything. And we are going to be playing Ashtray right now by Vestibule. I hope that you guys enjoy this. We will be right back. Right, now that was Ashtray by Vestibule. I hope that you guys enjoyed that, because I really did, and I just was going crazy with my eardrums and my guitar and everything. So you guys are seriously amazing, and your music makes you think. That's the best part, and it makes you think, makes you wonder, then puts a smile on your face, and then you go all headbanging and everything. So the progression is really amazing. It's really great. So so tell us about your technicalities, as you guys need to be very technical with this sort of music. So for guitarists, all right, I'm going to ask Hector this question. This is a very important question. Do you believe in speed, or do you believe in technique or something like that?
Well, I think speed is really fun. Being able to play fast is just a challenge. And it's really, for me, speed is all about, it's like something challenging for myself. Personally, listening to other guitarists, I like more composition and seeing what they could do with the notes, and the spaces in between the notes are so important for me. So it's both, really, both. And it matters. Let's say at nighttime, right before I'm going to sleep, I don't like to listen to some crazy Pantera riffs,
Ouch!
Or,
Because my
well,
background is Pantera right now. It's actually 5 minutes.
well, I'm saying, right before sleep, or if I'm feeling romantic, it's definitely not going to be a metal kind of day for me. I'd say really it's technicality. It is very mechanical.
All right.
You have to just practice with a metronome and practice the same thing over and over again until your fingers you don't even have to think about it. Your fingers think for themselves, and that is fun. But for me, it's not the essence of the art form. It's more is for whatever's in your head. If you're able to play anything that you're thinking, now that's the hardest part.
All right, that is great. So tell me this, answer me this question: that do you like, if you have to choose one influence or say one great guitarist, who would you choose? From these two options, Joe Satriani or Steve Vai?
Oh man, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I studied both guys when I was younger. I learned some of their techniques. Personally, I think a bigger influence for me is Satriani. Definitely, just because of the way he flows through modal, just different modes in same keys, and it just changes the feeling of a song in the blink of an eye. And he's an expert. I mean, obviously, he's like a magician.
That is so true, and believe me, you just made my day, because I have this quarrel with all my friends and guitarists and everything. I'm like, Steve Vai is better, but well.
Yeah, I guess technically, yeah, he's Steve Vai is definitely.
Especially, he's
like a race car.
Exactly, and his expressions are just amazing, man. When he's playing the music, he's actually communicating with the guitar and making them come to life with his expression. It's just amazing. So what about Greg? So as you're the drummer of the band, and so what do you believe in? Do you believe in the speed of your double bass, or do you believe in the clarity of everything?
To be honest, I got double bass as a gift one year, and I tried it out for a few months, and I really couldn't get into it. So I've I just kind of go down to the single pedal, and really I believe in just being able to play I don't know. I guess I would definitely say speed is secondary to mastering the fundamentals at more of an elementary level, and then more confident you get with the drum set, you can increase your speed. And, just like guitar, it's a challenge. You can just challenge yourself every day by seeing, how well you can play at a fast speed while still, keeping all your notes in check and playing, music that sounds good.
That is great. So what is, a certain influence for you as a drummer?
You mean like a certain drummer?
Exactly.
I would say, I would pick two, actually. I would say my high school music teacher, Alan Abraham, definitely he really opened my eyes to jazz and different kinds of music, and he's one of the best drummers I've ever seen. And I would also say the album "The Louse and the Comatorium" by the Mars Volta. John Theodore's drumming on that album kind of opened my mind to the infinite possibilities of just crazy beats that can be done on a drum set. So that I used to listen to that record every day, and it was really inspiring when I was learning how to play drums.
That is great. So tell us about your gear, and do you believe in expensive gear, especially for the drums, is necessary, or do you can be better even with a normal drum kit?
I actually play a very small kit. I play a jazz kit. Just 3 cymbals and 4 drums, and that's it. Anything more, I feel just overcomplicates it, and I don't really enjoy playing. As much fun as it is to do a big Rush Neil Peart style fill with 20 toms. It's kind of nice to just keep it simple.
All right, perfect. That is great. And so what about you, Hector? That do you believe in more expensive is better, or you have to be having a I don't know, $5,000 or $10,000 guitar or something like that to be a better musician?
Well, it's important that your instrument works at its peak, at its peak potential. It doesn't have to be a $5,000 instrument. My favorite guitar that I use right now is a Mexican Strat that I had specifically tuned for me by a great friend of ours that he's like a guitar smith, I guess. What do you call him?
A wizard of guitar.
Yeah, he set up the action real nice and everything, and I did the wiring for it. I put in my own pickups and really set it to my own specifications. And the guitar itself is probably a $600 guitar, but it sounds like any $3,000 or $4,000 guitar after a little bit of work,
All right, that is perfect. So tell us about your band. I mean, like, about your members, the chemistry of the band. You guys, as you guys were friends in high school, so you guys still enjoy life as a musician, as a band, or have you gone all like professional and a very professional approach to your music?
Well, it's like a mix of both. We still have a bunch of fun at practice. We still mess around, and play jokes on each other and, beat each other up. So it's a mix of both. We have to be professional now because, I mean, we are doing it professionally. So there is a certain level of seriousness that we take with everything now.
All right, so tell us about your concerts, as in your when you guys are playing, and so what is happening on stage. Are you guys very energetic, and are you guys connecting with the crowd and with your fans?
It's all you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't like to like run around on stage because it's the music is pretty complicated, so. I mean, and I play guitar parts that require me to pay full attention to what I'm doing. So I don't run around that much on stage, but I do like to dance and connect with the audience and joke around. That's it becomes fun. It becomes like an interaction between you and one person. The one person is the audience. It's becomes very personal when you get comfortable.
All right, I totally understand that. And so do you guys, let's say, do you guys connect with the fans personally? And let's say if any person from Pakistan wants you guys to, want to approach you guys through your Facebook or your emails and everything. So do you guys respond personally, or do you guys have some people to respond?
No, it's all us. We all respond personally.
Yeah, we're definitely like a do-it-yourself kind of band. Like, we really try to do as much of the work as we can, like, on our own.
That is really good to hear because, as I'm interviewing you guys and, I'm getting this vibe that, you guys are very down-to-earth people and very nice people. And that's why it's so much fun to, talk to you guys and, your music.
Thank you very much, by the way.
My pleasure. And so any plans of maybe coming to Pakistan someday and playing something for us?
We would love it, bro.
We would love to, yeah. It would be great. You invite us out there. We're still in the process of setting up a tour in the United States. So, it's it'll be a little bit. We're not on an international touring level just yet.
All right, I totally understand that, and seriously, best of luck for the tour. So tell us about because I've been interviewing a lot of artists, and according to them, they had it's kind of getting harder these days to let's say make it in the mainstream these days or something. So let's say 10 to 20 years back, it was a very different thing. Now, even with the social media, even with so many the technical advancements, but it's kind of gotten harder to be to make it like fully. So tell us your experience, your story, that how hard is it that you're finding to achieve where you guys want to be?
It's a long road, like you said. It's super. It's I mean, I wouldn't say it's not. I guess it's difficult, but we love what we're doing, so it's really not that difficult. It's something we enjoy. It's a difficulty that we love to have. um, it's a privilege to be where we are right now, and the fact that we wrote this album was an accomplishment, and we just want to share it with the world. And I think that alone is enough to keep us going forward, because we want to keep writing. We're already writing for the second album, and really, it comes down to people hearing it. The more people hear it, the more connections you make, and the more people want to deal with you. They want to work with you, other artists or other producers. So it's really it's a step-by-step process. And if you're passionate about it, life has a way of kind of, putting the right people in front of you, the right moments in life happen to you. It's kind of like almost like a dream. It's strange. It's a very strange road.
I totally understand that, and I guess you're very a positive person, and you're a very optimist person. That's the best part, and you're putting it perfectly. That life puts certain people at certain times, the right people at the right time. You just have to be patient and do the hard work. Those are really amazing words.
Exactly.
And so right now we are going to be playing another of your track. Now this is called Through the Surface. So tell us something about this, the concept of this track.
That is...
It's from like I don't know, it's kind of describing like sort of like a heavenly dream that you might find yourself in when you fall asleep, and it's just kind of like very like vivid imagery, I guess, and trying to be like very ethereal and kind of like lofty with the imagery. So it's just about kind of a place of optimism and positivity, and
and falling through the surface into whatever the afterlife is, into becoming something that
it's beyond like the human ability.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is going to be fantastic, seriously, and I'm really looking forward to listening to it. And this is going to be Through the Surface by Vestibule. Here we go. Through the Surface by Vestibule. I hope that you guys enjoyed that track, because I really did. And so guys, tell us about your future plans as you guys are writing for the second album. So how long has it progressed, and so where are you guys now? Have you written some songs? Have you guys recorded some?
We have a bunch of songs actually that we have more songs than we're gonna put on the album. So composition wise, anyway, we're still writing the lyrics for a good amount of them. It's still in the pre-production phase. We have a lot of work to do. At least another few months of writing, and we're searching for the right studio and producer. It's looking like a summer of 2014 release date, though. Midsummer towards late summer.
All right. So as because I read it somewhere that you guys are basically like hooked up with the Belmore Records, right?
Yeah, that's actually our own record label.
All right, so you guys are your own, you have your own record label, and you guys are hooked up with Vestibule, right?
Yes, exactly. That's this album. We, like I said, or like Greg said, we did it all ourselves. We produced it. We borrowed money for the funding. We picked the studio. Hired an engineer. Joey DeMeo was our engineer for that. He worked with, all sorts of great acts. I'm trying to think of a good like a metal act, like Skid Row. He worked with.
All right, great.
Who
So
else?
Did you do like La Bamba or something like that?
Yeah, he remastered La Bamba. Yeah, remixed.
all
Worked
right.
on that.
Perfect. So tell us, why did you guys come up with your own record label? I mean, like, what was the main reason? And did you guys, let's say, pick up or other bands as well, or are you guys just working on Vestibule?
Right now we're just working on Vestibule, but in the future we're definitely looking to pick up other bands. But the main reason we did our own thing, the whole do-it-yourself route, was because our music it's a little, it's outside of the norm, and we were shopping around demos, and it just looked like people were a little scared to pick us up, just because it's different. It's not something that's pop right now.
Exactly.
So after a few years of really looking for help and not finding it, it was just the next logical step was to do it yourself, and so we had to borrow money. We had to find our own studio. Well, not our, you know what I mean? We had to find a studio to record in and really find a trustworthy person to engineer it. And it was a long road, and eventually we realized that everything that we did was basically what the record label would have done. Finding a publicist, all that, and we realized we basically are our own record label, because we're doing all the record label work. So we came up with Belmar Records because that's our hometown for the most part.
That is fantastic. And so regarding your music, do you guys ever, let's say, as you guys said that you want to fuse, electronic music as well, later on, but you guys want to fuse that as well in your music. So how about, ever thought of, infusing, let's say, culture or folk instruments besides jazz, as other countries like, European instruments, and maybe their folk instruments, or even Indian or Pakistani folk instruments? Ever wondered of fusing that sort of music with yours?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Actually, we're open to all sorts of music. To be honest with you, I
could definitely see some Pakistani instruments, or like any instruments from like all over the world. Like we just want to try and like incorporate like as many influences as we can, because we love like all music worldwide, and it's cool if we hear something we like to be able to kind of like assimilate it and be able to like use it in our music for a future composition.
Yeah, we're not closed to anything. We're not. We have basically no barriers. Nothing that'll keep us from writing a song.
That is perfect. And so is there any way that maybe some, like, any person who is tuned in and who plays folk music or our desi instruments, as we call them, and I don't know whether you guys have heard of sitar or...
Yeah, definitely.
All right, perfect. So is there any way that they can contact you guys and send you guys a demo or something so that you guys have an idea?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely, of course.
That is perfect.
Yeah, you could contact us at vestibulemusic at live.com.
Perfect. And you guys are listed on Facebook as well, right?
Yes.
Yes, and on Facebook, that's facebook.com/Vestibule Music.
That is great. And I totally urge everyone out there who is tuned in that please do send in your your feedback to the band themselves, and of course they respond personally as well. And if you play a folk instrument or something, do send them your demo. You never know.
Yes, definitely. Definitely do it.
That is perfect. So tell us about your families, as you guys are proper musicians, and so what was how was their role in making you guys a musician? Were they supportive, or did they oppose or something?
It was I'll speak for myself, and Greg could speak for himself. At first it was tough for my family to handle that that I dropped out of college to pursue my music career, and it was hard for my family to accept it, but they did accept it, and eventually they started helping out with the whole process. They loaned us money, and they're very supportive. I come from a very musical family. My grandparents on my mother's side, they're both they came out with their own folk albums.
Wow.
In Bolivia, and I grew up listening to that. And my mom, she's also she plays a couple instruments. My father, he's very artistic. He's a photographer and a dreamer. So I get a lot of my my vision from him. So they're at first it was hard for them, but then they realized that I'm pursuing my dreams. So they definitely started helping me out and backing me up with that. How about you, Greg?
Yeah, like my aunt started giving me piano lessons when I was 7, and then from there, like I played drums, like in the school band, and then I bought guitar for dummies, and kind of started teaching myself guitar and like singing, and I don't know, like when I play drums, like I've kind of learned to like almost think of it as if playing like a piano or a guitar, to play drums in like a melodic way that's like pleasing to the ear.
Your sister plays, right?
Yeah, my sister plays. She's played like a few instruments, but she just plays piano and sings now. My mom like plays guitar, piano, and sings. So definitely like a musical upbringing.
Wow, that is great, and it sounds like a very, very your both families sounds very amazing, and they're fun-loving and musical and everything, and because it's kind of hard for us Pakistanis because music has always been a part of our culture, but we have our like as in desi instruments, but these days it's like in the transition period, and you'll find a lot of rock listening and everything, but of course our parents and all they're not too much into music, so it's kind of hard for us, but of course it's breaking boundaries and everything, and so how much has let's say the social media helped you guys and spreading the word, and you guys believe that this is like the tool of the 21st century that you guys like for information and for spreading music and each and everything?
I think social media is I mean, it's amazing. It has gotten us a lot further without the help of a record label than we expected. It all started when we got a message from a company 3,000 miles away, basically on the other side of the United States, that they said they were interested in our music and they wanted to help us out, and that was all because of Reverb Nation and Facebook, and then Bandcamp. We put our music on there and we give it out for free, and we get listens every day on that. It's great. I mean, social media really, really helps, and I think it's important to use it. As an up and coming artist, you have to nowadays because everyone's on it.
All right, perfect. So we are going to be playing your track right now, and this is going to be September Skies. So before I play it, can you tell us what's the story behind September Skies?
That's a very personal song for me. It was actually I wrote that song when I was going through really hard times in my life. It was just a very very hard time for me for personal reasons, and I wrote about it, and I wasn't ever planning on releasing it, to be honest with you. I didn't want the band to record it, but they encouraged me to do it because, I mean, what else is being an artist? You have to show it all, right?
Exactly, and I'm really sorry to hear that you were going through tough times, but well, of course, great. That's the beauty of music, that the real music comes from the heart, and from the tough times or from the good times. And
Definitely, yeah.
so it's amazing, and this is going to be September Skies, and I would personally like to. Of course, this is your track, but I would like to dedicate it to you, and hope everything goes well and smooth, and hope things get better.
Yeah.
So this is going to be September Skies. You guys check this out. September Skies by Vestibule. I hope that you guys enjoyed that track. And well, we just have like 2 minutes remaining for the show. And let me just quickly tell you guys that, you guys have been, such an honor to talk to, because you guys are really nice, really humble. And I'm a huge fan of your music. And seriously, thank you so much for taking out time and, being a part of our show.
Dude, we're honored to be being interviewed by you right now.
Yeah, seriously, thank you so much, man. That's very kind words.
Thank you so very much. And so tell us, for all the listeners and everything. So, is there any merchandise, or is there any way that we can, go to and get your music on your Facebook or your website, and the contacts and everything?
Yeah, just go on our Facebook, and there's a link to our Bandcamp, and we're actually giving out our album for free.
Wow, that is great. And so anyone can download, right?
Anyone can download it, yes.
That is perfect, and that is really amazing, because usually not many bands. Well, actually, I don't even know a band who does that. So you guys are seriously amazing. You guys are spreading the word, and of course we will as well. And for all the listeners out there who who cannot find Vestibule's direct link, what we're going to do is we're going to put that on our Facebook, so you guys can check that out on our Facebook. That is www.facebook.com/plan94, so you guys can check that out. Anyways, so is there any message that you guys want to give out to all the listeners of Pakistan, of wherever you guys are from, whoever is tuned in?
Just thank you very much for listening, and just enjoy it. We're doing it for you, and we'll see you soon. We're coming out with a new album in about a year, and we'll be back on here with some new songs.
That is great, and we wish that someday that you guys can be in Pakistan, and could
definitely.
That is going to be such an honor and such an amazing night. I'm really looking forward to it. So, anyways, we're gonna be leaving you guys with the last track, that is "Forget the R." So, can you before you guys go, can you tell us something about this track?
Yeah, go ahead, guy.
It's definitely like the most I don't know, I guess like most metal song on the album, except maybe like for September Skies, but it's definitely more of an intense like punk rock style song, and
it's about just forgetting where you are right now, because time doesn't even exist. It's all in your head. That's why it's called Forget the Hour.
All right, so this is going to be Forget the R, and that was Vestibule on air with us. And thank you so much, guys, and seriously, best of luck for everything that you do, and well, take care.
Thank you so much.
Take care, man.
You too.
Thank you. Now this is going to be Forget the R by Vestibule.